Hello and welcome back to our time together. Today we're going to do the activation and meditation for honoring our seasons of contraction. And I'm looking forward to spending this time with you, to be here in the space with you, because this is going to be really beautiful. So I'm going to give you all a couple minutes to come in. And as you're coming in, then please go ahead and say hello, where you're joining from, where are we meeting you today energetically, how are you feeling today as we're starting this, and then we'll see how you're feeling when this is complete. And then, of course, for anyone who'll be watching the replay, then please go ahead and say replay, say hi, and follow along, because I always check back too. So Jane, hi, my friend. Oh, so glad that you're here from Japan. It's so awesome. I love how we can connect the world in this way. It's magical. It really is. So as we begin this journey, be sure to take a moment and go back to the previous episode if you haven't watched it yet, if you haven't listened in on it yet, because this kind of sets the stage for what we're doing today. And I'm going to refer to a couple of things again in this as well, because it's so relevant for what we're going to be speaking about today. And this could not be on a better day. And I was already kind of peeking over here and I'm going to bring this up here because darling Chen is saying happy Jupiter day from, oh, okay, gotcha. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you're here, that you could make it from your daughter's Chromebook. Yay, yay, hi. And what's interesting is because this is episode number 33, and this is specifically here for Facebook as well, and for this moment in time. And we're also on a Jupiter day, and I'm speaking of contraction, which seemingly is the opposite, but it is not. And that's what makes this so magical when we're really tuning into the energy and energetics, because then we can understand that in everything there's space and spaciousness created, even more so during these times of contraction. And that's what we're exactly going to get into today. So with this energy that we're going to be setting today, we're going to set a space of spaciousness, a space of allowing, and a space of capacity. So whenever you're finding yourself in a space where you feel like, oh, I feel kind of like tightened in, I feel like I'm contracting, I feel like I'm holding my breath energetically, where it just can like burst out of things. Or it could also be because you're going through times where maybe something had occurred, maybe you're going through crisis, maybe you're going even through moments of depression or anything else where you need to hear these messages today. So this can be a variety of things, and this is relevant to all of it. And especially on a beautiful Jupiter day like this, in the number 33 and in the number 19 as well, from the numerology perspective of this day, because this is the flower of life. So there is new creation that is being born from all of it. And like I said, this could not be more appropriate as we're speaking of this. Oh, Cindy, hi, my friend. Hello. Oh, so grateful you can tune in as well. Oh, this feels so good and home already. I love when you can all come join me, because for me, honestly, then it's like, okay, we're family here, we're friends, we're gathering, we're coming together. And I know that we're all bringing our most beautiful selves. We're all coming from a heart-centered space, and we're coming from a soul-centered space. And it just nourishes me as well as we're doing this together. Okay, so with this, let's go ahead and get started, and just take a moment and center yourself before we light our candle. Okay, and then if you have a candle, or if you have mala beads, or if you have anything else that you would like to hold for a moment, anything else that signals to you that now we're moving from one space to the other. And I'm going to get started here with lighting my candle. It is just super helpful to have an anchor that you set for yourself, a signal where it's like, okay, whatever came before, whatever will come after, it doesn't matter, because the only thing that matters is just what is happening right here, right now, in this moment. Bringing ourselves into a space of alignment with our candle or any other object that you might have, that you just feel in your fingers, that you connect in, where now you're making that connection, mind, body, spirit connection. You're saying, okay, This is now here where I pause. This is now where I find my space of quietness. This is now where I connect in and where I give myself the luxury of time and space. And then just as you're looking at the fire for a moment, at the flame or any object that you're holding, just tune into that even stronger now, bringing yourself even more into a space of groundedness with it. And then you can set that aside. The more you do this, the more you recognize that it really just takes a moment to shift from one to another. It doesn't require a long period of time. It can literally be just this fast. And then, as always, let's go ahead and take a moment and rub our hands together, and then go ahead and clap your hands and open the space for a moment. Actually, stretch back for a moment, open your space wide. It feels like my body wants to just kind of stretch in this moment. So if you're feeling the same way, please feel free. Of course, it's your time, your space. And then I'm going to bring my hands into a W with my palms open, facing upward, as I'm at the same time also grounding in my feet, connecting to Mother Earth and her beauty, and sending gratitude to Mother Earth, feeling myself connecting all the way down to the core of Mother Earth, and then feeling myself through my crown chakra connected upward all the way to the center of the universe, as much as we can conceptualize this. And then also feeling the tingling in my fingers now in the chakras of my hands as they are being activated, almost like as if I can feel like there is an arc above me that is connecting my hands together, that is also connected up to divinity, as now the space is being opened wide, as there's an open channel that is being created now, as I now can also bring my hands together, bringing them into the Gasho position for a moment, which is that prayer position by our heart, high heart. And again, just tuning in for a moment, finding your center by centering your focus on just the fingers for a moment, touching, especially the middle fingers, because they are your center right here. And just take a couple of deep breaths in, as you can also now bring your hands over to the area of your soul center, the deepest connection that you can make with your own divinity always, in this most sacred space that is connected to your heart center, connected to all that is, all that you are, through all your journeys, through eternity. And then take a couple of deep breaths in and out, just finding your rhythm for a moment before we get into a breathing pattern. And this breathing pattern today will be especially important when we're speaking of honoring our seasons of contraction, because as I have already prepared in other times when we've come together, this moment where there's the emptiness, that's where the beauty is created. And so now for a moment, you can bring your hands down if you like. Go ahead and let's do a breathing rhythm for a moment where we're breathing in for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold for 4. And then go ahead and exhale for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let it all out. Let it all go. Down to the core of Mother Earth. Let it all be released. And then hold for 4. And notice in the space of emptiness, of empty space, of nothingness. This is where all the magic and all of the creation lies, as you're breathing in again for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then hold again for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again, deep breath out. Just let it all go out. Let it all be released as it is automatically transformed and revitalized right back into beautiful energy. And then hold. Pause in the emptiness for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then continue with this pattern for as long as you like, or come back to a normal breathing pattern here, now. But definitely taking a couple more moments of just tuning in deeper, finding yourself here in the center, of your heart, finding yourself in the center of your soul, of connection, and recognizing the patterns of the in and the out breath, and the importance between the both, and finding that rhythm between both, and recognizing how important it is to honor both of them as you continue to tune in deeper and deeper now into your own spaces. And then feeling for a moment into any limitations that you might be noticing, anything where there's kind of a pause, where there's a stop for a moment. Maybe there's something going on in your life that has you in a space of contraction. Maybe there's just moments within your body, mind, spirit where you're still noticing contractions. Whatever that is for you, these messages that you're going to be receiving during this life are going to be relevant regardless. Because this is all about creating the spaciousness within you and allowing and honoring those times. And as we're opening the space, I want to read a channeled message to you from this morning, which you may have seen already. This came through to me this morning before I sat down and tuned in to what the message was going to be for my inner sanctum today. And as I was stretching into my own body, and I was feeling into the limitations and allowed myself to create more space for more room, more capacity. This is what came through. The words that came in were, wherever you are meeting yourself here today is a perfect gift. Treasure this moment and grow from it. So with this, take a couple of deep breaths in again and simply allow that in the quiet of your beingness to land. Let it settle in and honor each word within this, that it's okay. We all have things at any given moment where we feel like, wow, this is amazing that I've done this, that I've accomplished this. And there's always in every moment also those spaces where we feel like, oh, I just wish I could break out of this, or I just wish there would be more space for me here. And so these words, that wherever you're meeting yourself here today is a perfect gift. Treasure that gift of being for a moment, of being exactly where you are right here, right now, without the need to justify, without the need to push or pull, without feeling the obligation for anything else but exactly what is. And then see this moment as a gift and as this treasure that it is. Because it is also the recognition that in these moments, in the moments of contraction, in the moments where there's seeming limitations, where there's seeming turmoil, sometimes even, this is where new growth will always begin. It is inevitable. Expansion always happens, and many times especially in these spaces in between. So honoring those moments of rest, honoring yourself in moments when things feel off for you, allowing time for meditation, for journaling, for learning, for growing, even if it seems like a luxury to you in those moments. Even when you feel like I should be doing a million other things, always that recognition, wherever those moments of self-care come in for you, honor them right here, right now, and recognize and make a promise to yourself to give yourself even more room for these essentials that support you and nourish you in all ways, that support and nourish your body, your mind, your spirit. And then breathe into any spaces where you're feeling any limitations, and then allow more capacity to come in for you in these moments now. And always remember this moment where you breathed in more capacity. So this way, when you're feeling these feelings again, that you can allow to just come up for a moment, you remember this moment here right now, and you remember how to do this, because you know you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're capable, and you've got this. No matter what is going on, you've got this. You are supported, you're guided, you're connected. And always, always in a space of authenticity and integrity, especially to yourself. Just making room for the spaciousness and the quiet to inform you of the new ways of being and of remembering your own divinity, your own sacredness. Remembering that you're meant to have these times of contraction, and anything else is an illusion. Because you recognize that new things are being created and new things will be birthed into the world through this. Recognizing that these are the natural cycles that should be honored. The natural cycles of inhale and exhale. And then breathe even more into the emptiness of space. And create even more capacity and room within yourself. Stretch if you need to. Because the physical aspect of stretching always, always creates more spaciousness. And it is always interconnected. And then feel into the spaces and see, what are they here to teach me? How are they guiding me? How are they protecting me? How are they showing me more of my truth? More of my authentic self? Beautiful. And then one more time, take a moment again, recognizing the beautiful, perfect gift within it all. Remembering that you're here to breathe, that you're not meant to constantly be on the go. Remember to release any artificial expectations, especially of yourself. The ones that you placed there, maybe a long time ago, maybe new ones just now. And then again, breathe into those spaces and simply let it go and release. Send it to Mother Earth, send it to divinity. Know that it is automatically transformed and shifted and changed in all the right ways. And then give yourself a big hug, remembering that you've got this and you're not alone. You're never ever alone in this. You're always supported and guided, even when you don't notice in times. Your guidance is always there with you. Divinity, source, divine grace is always there. There's never a moment where that is not so. Beautiful. And then whenever you're ready, come back here to the room with us. And let it all settle for a moment. Let it land in that recognition that when we are being active and all of this energy is being activated, we also need those moments of rest, because this is where the true magic happens. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you all a moment here to come back, and I'm going to go ahead and put my candle out. And as I'm doing so, Allow yourself a couple more minutes to process through everything. Allow it all to slowly settle in, knowing you can always come back to this again and again for more deepening every time that you do this. And let the words truly land in all your bodies and within your being, and in all the multiple dimensions that we're always creating here, as this is never linear and it is never just one-dimensional. This goes through all your fields and through all your energies, through eternity. Okay, so if any of you would like to share, that would be amazing before we close. And it's such an honor to be here with you. I will, by the way, take a break in July and August from the lives, but I will be sure to keep up in other ways. And of course, my Beauty Flourishing, as well as my Inner Sanctum, I will continue all of those beautiful spaces. And Jane and I will figure out as far as the podcast, as far as what I'm going to be sharing. I'll definitely be sharing some of my Inner Sanctum episodes there as well. But come and join my Inner Sanctum, because this is amazing, where you're getting this guidance every day throughout the week. All right. And then also, as a reminder, my Golden Light activations are happening, first of all, in person on Saturday from 10 to 3 here at my home. For any of you who are local, who want to come join me, we are doing it. It is happening, and I'm super excited to share time and space. And then if you can't be in person here, which most of you can't, then of course, come join me on the summer solstice on the 21st from 2 to 4:30 for Golden Light activations. You'll find the links everywhere. So you'll see the one post that has both links. The one is to the in-person, and then the other one is to the online masterclass. So be sure to register, and we're going to do this amazingness together. This is such a beautiful time to bring in these golden light particles, these frequencies, these codes that are available to us, and we're going to shift some things around, and I can't wait to do this. So let me check in here and see. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh. Jupiter gratitude. Oh, that's right. Then you expand. Exactly. So beautifully expressed, Jen. Oh, good. Yeah, this felt really beautiful, really peaceful. And of course, it makes sense because this is in the waning moon, still in Taurus at this moment before it shifts. And then, of course, Saturday, we're going to have the new moon and the sun both meeting in Gemini, where it gives us wings to fly. So this will be amazing. So for all of you who can come and join, this is going to be just so beautiful. Okay, thank you so much for spending time and space with me. The next ones we're going to be doing, we're going to expand energy out again, and we're going to give energy to the world, because we are ready, we're prepared, and nothing's going to stop us. Okay. I wish you an amazing, beautiful day, evening, wherever you are meeting me in this time, this space, and namaste.